Welcome to the N2 channel.
You know what we're building today?
A basketball hoop!
And we have a little hoop today.
Maya, come! Come! We have Maya, our Labrador puppy, 6 months old. We have a 54 inches basketball hoop from Spalding.
Isn't it cold outside though?
That's why we're gonna build it in the garage. Let's go.
We got the basketball hoop in the garage.
The basketball hoop has a backboard, rim, lift, and base. It can be adjusted to 7.5 feet to 10 feet.
That is really cool. Now let's put this on the ground.
If it's too heavy, you can always ask for help. Now we'll open the box.
Whoa.
Here's the instructions. I'll read them.
In the middle, I'll cut these things.
Now, before we start the assembly, we're going to take the backboard out and put it in a safe place.
I can help you.
Let's go see what other parts are in the box.
Yeah, let's go do it. Here's the net for the rim.
Let's take this out. There's a nice orange colored rim. There's the base here, and there are some parts over here.
And here too.
Yeah.
Let's take this cardboard and put it in front and arrange all of the pieces on it.
We also realized there are some parts inside these. We'll take them out. Always make sure you got all the parts from the manual. It looks like we are missing one of the poles.
Oh, let's check it. Let's open these boxes, make sure we have all the parts.
The first part is to assemble the base. The required parts are kit 1, kit 2, scrap wood board, socket wrench or wrench, and the mallet. We need assembled oval poles first. These are the oval poles here. Can you help me, please?
Okay.
I have these 3 oval poles, the top, middle, and the bottom. The top will go into the middle, and the middle will go into the bottom. I have measured 3.5 inches and put a tape there to make sure they overlap 3.5 inches. I will get some help with my adults to put the oval poles together.
That's a great idea.
I got adults' help to assemble these poles. I recommend you get adults' help because they are very heavy. Kids should not do this part. You should always ask some adults for help.
That's a great idea.
The next step is to assemble the wheels. We will need 2 wheels in a bag and the brackets.
I can help you with that.
And we're also going to need this pole.
Axle.
Silver pole. Okay?
Axle.
Axle. I have the axle, the 2 brackets, and the 2 wheels. I'm just going to put this, put the wheel through the bracket and put the axle through the middle, through the wheel and the bracket. And she'll do the same thing for the other side. Then fold it and put it through. And then we have this one beam, tack it with these 4 screws. And we're going to screw the wheels and the brackets and the axle into the base. The base is still upside down, so I'll put these wheels and the axle inside and put it here so it goes and fits nice in the base. And then we'll flip it over and then put the screws in. Make sure they are tight, but not over tight.
And I'm gonna help with this one.
The next step is to put the pole on the base. For this step, we are going to go outside. We have this recycling bin to support this pole.
That's a good idea.
We put the screws in the back here, as you can see. So the pole stays there. And then now we're going to take 2 smaller poles, and they're going to go from here till here, so it'll support this long pole. It was really cold outside, so we're back inside.
It's nice and warm.
We have, for this next step, you need your 2 struts, a screw, 2 washers, 2 spacers, and 1 nut. We're going to put a screw, and then we're going to put a washer, and then we put it through this, put it here, and then you can put this part.
Spacer.
We use this part to secure the struts to the base.
You did these screws tight and nice. Good job.
Thanks.
The next step is to assemble the gas strut.
Which is in kit 3B. Bag 3B. It's day 2. It was too cold yesterday, so we're gonna finish it all today.
Yeah. The next step after you install your mount pole bracket, the next step after that is to install your gas strut handle arm tubes. You are going to need a 6.5-inch hex bolt, which is in a whole separate bag. We have put this hex bolt screw in with these the poles, and we put a washer right here in between these 2. Spacer. And then there is this nylock nut here. I put. And make sure it's not too tight because these need to be movable.
It's kind of looking into a basketball hoop. The next thing we did, we put this handle here and we put these caps here on the other side.
Yes. And we're gonna also again use a 6.5-inch hex bolt and a nylock nut. We're gonna put it through and put this nylock nut in. And be careful you don't separate these poles too much because this could break if you do that.
For the next step, we'll need the blackboard to be on. And we also needed some support, so we got our recycling bin.
For this step, you'll need 2 small elevator tubes, 2 medium-sized spacers, 1 hex bolt, not hex bolt, nylon bolt, and this hex bolt. We have installed the lower elevator tubes here. For the next step, you're going to need 2 upper elevator tubes, 2 hex bolts, 1 nylock bolt, 1 big spacer, 2 medium spacers, and 2 small spacers.
This step is hard, so you should always, so your parent should be around while you do this step.
Supervision.
Make sure you get some parent supervision. We have finished putting up the upper elevator tubes, and we have used a smaller trash can because then it will be easier to put the backboard on.
finally we can put the backboard on, and also I can help you carry it.
For this step, you're going to need 2 nylon bolts, 2 hex bolts, and 4 metal spacers.
Ooh, can I see it? One?
Yeah.
Whoa!
We have finished putting the backboard on.
And we put these cans here for extra support.
This step was done by adults only, no kids.
It's
And
good.
the next step is to put the trigger on. You'll put the trigger here, and it'll help the gas start.
It's good. We didn't have to do that. We had finished the basketball hoop, and now we're putting the hoop and the net on.
Yeah. For this step, you're going to need pick 5, the hoop, and the net. But where is the net?
Where's the net?
We have finished installing the hoop here, and we have finally found out who has the net.
Okay, you can have my necklace.
I should jump. You should jump a little bit higher.
Yeah, go.
Me?
Thanks for watching my YouTube channel.
Like and subscribe. And we did not do this project alone. Adults mostly did it. We just helped. This is not a project for kids.